Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Mike Babcock, Mojo Mutati. Mojo, I don't know if boxing was ever away, but I'll tell you what, it is back in a big, big way. Thanks to Showtime Boxing, let's be honest, they have put on some of the biggest and most impactful fights this year, Mojo. First, we were talking about Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, and then we had Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, and now here we are once again with what might be the best of the bunch, Canelo Alvarez taking on Jermell Charlo, Mojo, Saturday in Las Vegas, live on Showtime PPV. And this fight, for a million different reasons, is absolutely incredible. Reason number one being, Mojo, there is a bunch of history on the line. Now, we're going to get into that in just a second here. But if there's a big event, a pop culture event, you know TMZ Sports, TMZ is on the ground. And, Mojo, that's exactly what is the case here. We are in Vegas. We talked to not only Canelo Alvarez, the biggest star in the entire sport, we also talked to his opponent, Jermell Charlo, about the fight. Take a look.
Oh, I feel fresh. I feel in my prime. And, you know, I have like a little injury in my hand that's slowing me down a little bit. But you will see Saturday night.
Absolutely. Now, Charlo, he's coming up two weight classes. I know you've been talking about it. And, I mean, the guy is taller. He's bigger. I mean, what big of a difference is that going to do for a fight like this?
Nothing. I don't think nothing changed because I did that before and I feel good. So, and I don't have the body to do it, right?
Right.
I did that before and I feel good. I think that's for me it's good because he's taller. Maybe he's struggling making weight in 154 now. So
right.
I think he's gonna feel better.
Yo, you got 16 months. You haven't been in the ring. Is there any kind of rust?
Nah. It's only rust on nails that's stuck in the wood. Ain't no rust over here.
Okay.
I'm different.
So, Mojo, there it is. You can tell both guys see this thing going differently. Both guys very confident, believe that they're going to win this fight. Now, I'm dying to get your take on this fight, Mojo. Before, though, I mentioned history. There's a lot of history on the line here. So, first things first, when Jermell and Canelo step foot in that ring, and there are thousands and thousands of people at the MGM Grand watching, millions of people watching across the world, they're going to make history just being there because this is the first time in the four-belt era. Now, both of these men are champions, undisputed reigning champions in their division. Now, Jermell Charlo is the 154-pound champion. He has all four of the major belts. Canelo Alvarez is the 168-pound champion. Now, that is the weight class where they are having this fight. So, both guys, the champions in their respective weight classes, that has never happened before. So, history going to be made. Mojo, if Canelo is able to win this fight, he will become the first fighter, again, in the four-belt era, to, on 3 consecutive occasions, defend all 4 of those belts. Now, we talked about moving up in weight classes, Mojo. Jermell Charlo is, for the first time, going to be fighting 14 pounds more than he ever has before, and that is significant when we're talking about boxing. So although he might be taller, Mojo, how does he deal with going up in weight class? Canelo said it wouldn't be any problem for Jermell Charlo, but if he does, he would join a pretty rarefied list of names. Tell me how this is for company, Mojo. If Jermell Charlo is able to go up, he would join legendary former champions like, just Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, and Roy Jones Jr. successfully jumping not 1 but 2 weight classes to win a world title. So that's all the history that's on the line, Mojo. Never mind that these two guys have won 94 fights combined, only lost 3, and they fought some of the baddest men in the world. I don't know. If you don't want to watch this thing, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, absolutely, Babcock. I mean, this right here, we talk about super fights all the time. This is a super fight with that much history on the line. I mean, goodness, I don't even know what storyline to follow going in. All I know is our homies at Showtime always put on the biggest and the baddest fights. I want to focus on Charlo for a second, jumping not 1, but 2 weight classes. Yeah. I mean, that added weight is going to make a ton of a difference. Of course, it's going to slow him down. At the end of the day, 14 pounds may or may not be a lot, depending on who you're asking. But being able to jump 2 weight classes and walk away with the dub. I mean, we've seen people attempt something similar in the past and it doesn't go their way. My goodness, man, there's so much history that's just going to go down this weekend.
I mean, look, and you need to say no more except Hearns, Sugar, Ray, and Roy Jones Jr., 3 of the greatest, most dangerous fighters ever. Just the fact that that list is that exclusive, it shows you how hard of a feat this is for Jermell Charlo. And he's not just fighting any old 168-pound scrub who happens to be champion. He is, fighting the guy who might just be the most dangerous pound-for-pound fighter who is walking this earth. Jermell Charlo, Canelo Alvarez going down Saturday night on Showtime pay-per-view. Don't miss this.